Welcome back to the channel. Today, I just got something in the mail from one of my favorite bands, Punchline. Punchline finally sent me the album Action on vinyl. I pre-ordered this back in February when I went to their show in New York. And let me tell you about this band. You probably have never heard of them. I hope you have, but they are a small town band from Pittsburgh. They are a pop punk band. They are amazing. This record is filled with everything that you want pop punk, from the energy to riffs to vocal harmonies, guitar harmonies, just the sing-along stuff that you want. My journey on this record started back in 04, 05. I believe this came out in 04. So I was in my junior or senior year in high school. I was working at this little place called Domino's, King of Queens reference for those that you don't know. Anyways, so I was working at Domino's and my boss at the time was a huge music fan and he invited me to Punchline's show. And I was totally into music at the time. I was in a band. I was loving discovering music and new bands. So I was like, absolutely, I'll go with you. And little did I know that night was going to change my life. I listened to Punchline play, and the song that grabbed me in was Heart Transplant. That just hooked me in. And by the end of the night, I was buying all of their merch, buying CDs, and I bought this album on CD. Met all of them, Paul, Steve, PJ, Chris. And I remember still to this day, Chris was so stoked that I bought all of the merch. He was so humbled. And that just shows that they're just so down to earth. They're so cool. And the show was just phenomenal. It's everything that you want in pop punk. They had so much energy, the melodies, the guitar riffs, harmonies between Paul and Steve are like perfect. The guitar riffs, it's just everything that you want in music. I've been listening to them nonstop for 20 years. And I saw at the beginning of this year that they were playing in New York this album front to back. And I was just like, we have to go. I'm going to spend all my money on flights and hotels and watch them play this album front to back and have the best time of my life, which I did. I will not regret it. I had so much fun. And I saw that they were selling these albums on pre-order. So I was just like, I have to have one. I don't have a record player, but I want this as wall art. I want this as a dedication to Punchline. And I also want to showcase one of my favorite records. This is by far one of my favorite records. It is in my top 5 favorite albums. This album, especially Action, has had such an impact on me. It's been a huge influence on the way that I play drums, on the way that I wanted my bands to sound like, just everything that you want in pop punk, from the energy to the sing-alongs to the harmonies to the melodies, everything this album has. And it's awesome. One of my favorite songs probably changes every day, but the song currently that I love is Just Getting Started. It is the last record on the album. It is perfect with all of that energy and everything that you want in a pop punk song. From that first live show back in high school to seeing them 20 years later playing this album front to back has been so amazing. They have been a big inspiration to me. This vinyl is my way to show appreciation to the bands and to showcase one of my favorite records. Punchline is that band that deserves way more love. And so if you're into pop punk, be sure to check them out. Check out this album, Action. I will leave a link to the Spotify down below. I can't recommend this album enough. Action is awesome. And if you're a Punchline fan, let me know your favorite song in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.